Why is it that your designs are not approved on displate or on these approval based platform? Because I get a lot of the questions and comments from the people about the displate as well, about the creative fabrica as well, about the creative market as well, about the different platforms, which is kind of like an approval based. You need to submit your portfolio and they approve you, and then you can allow to sell on their platform. Why they don't approve you, and you might not even hear from them the reason why your work is not like why they didn't allow you to sell on their platform, why they rejected your application. And I'm going to talk about some common reasons over here and what you could do differently if you like to sell on their platforms. Let's talk about that. If you enjoyed today's video, give it thumbs up, consider subscribing, turn on the bell notifications so whenever I upload new videos you get notified. And I have the resources, the links are in description, check it out. Anyways, so the reason is that they only allow those work or those artists or those applications or those work to be sold on their platform which is actually related to their platform, because every platform has some kind of a work that sells on their platform amazingly well and some kind of work that doesn't sell at all. And in the beginning, when they are new, when they are starting, they allow as many people, as many artists and creators and designers as much as they can, because they need the work, they need the art, they need the graphics, they need the designs or whatever. They need the work to sell so that they can attract the customer. So they allow so many people. But with the time, when they grow up and then they see that this kind of work is selling more on their platform and this is not selling, then they started to differentiate between what's selling and what not selling, and then they get very choosy and very picky with the future applications, with the future artists and creators with whom they allow their work to be sold on their platform, because now they know what's selling on their platform and they only want it to allow those artists who's creating the work or whose work is actually relatable to their platform, if that makes sense. So for example, if a certain kind of displayed work is selling on the platform, they're only gonna allow that. And if you create something else that's not related to the platform and they don't know how to sell it because they know what's selling on the platform, because over the years they actually have a data, the analytics, what customer is buying over and over again, and what views they are getting, depending on how their platform is working well on the Google and all that's data. They collect the data and see, okay, this is working, so now we need to only allow those artists and creators who are creating this work or whose work is matching with the platform. And that's why a lot of the creators, a lot of the artists and designers get rejected on these platforms, because they get picky and choosy as they grow up, because then they get very, very specific that this is the only work sell, so we only gonna allow that. In the beginning, they allow everybody because they need the work on the platform, they need the art and graphics on the platform so that they can attract the customer on the platform, because they are building the marketplace. And marketplace don't have their work by themselves. They get the sellers from the platform, like they get the sellers, attract the sellers on the platform, and then they attract the customer. They are just the marketplaces. So that's how they work. And these are all the marketplaces, like the display, creative fabrica, creative market. So don't get discouraged if they don't tell you the reason why your work gets rejected. Probably this is one of the reasons that it's going to be rejected. The most common reason they would tell you, oh, your work is not related to our platform, your work is like this or that. Something they're going to come up with the excuse or the reason that they didn't allow you. But the main reason is that they don't know how to sell your work, because your work is not related to their platform, what's not selling on their platform, and that's why they don't allow you. It doesn't mean that there is something wrong with your work or with your style, with your work or whatever. No, it's just that it's not fit their platform. That's all. So if you would like to sell on this platform and you want to really do it because you love the platform or whatever the reason behind it, then you need to create the work that sells on the platform. It may seem copycat, it may seem trademark, copyright, or trying to steal or copy other people's work, but no. You can go on these platforms and see literally what's selling, what kind of work or design style is selling, what kind of stuff. You can go more detail as much as you can, and then understand, okay, this kind of work is selling. So if I create this kind of work, then I can sell on this platform, then there are the chances that I can get approval on this platform. Okay. But there is a silver lining, because when you are making your work according to a particular marketplace to fit into the marketplace, then you may not be truly authentic to yourself. So if these platforms are rejecting you, don't get worried. Go to other platform where they are accepting you, where you don't need to get an approval. Go there, or maybe build your own portfolio on your own website and bring your own customer through social media, so you don't need to depend on these marketplaces to bring in sales for you. You know what I mean? Because if at the end of the day you are fitting your work and you're changing your style and work according to the platform, it's not being yourself, it's not truly authentic to yourself, and you're never going to build a business around it. That's not being yourself, because even if you get the approval on these platforms, you're still dependent on these platforms. So these platforms change something in the future, then your everything is like shaking. You know what I mean? It's not steady because you're dependent on the platform, on these marketplaces, which are not yours, and they can change at any time. Like for Society 6, they have changed so much over the past couple of years. Like they introduced the tier system, and then they take out so many artists, so many creators from their platform, and they take out their designs that are not selling, and like they did all that stuff. And if you were selling solely on the Society 6 back then, and if you're like, if this new system, the tier system and all that stuff that they make changes to the platform, if you were get affected by that, then you lose your sales, you lose the money, you lose your business, because you were dependent on the Society 6, you dependent on the marketplace that wasn't yours. So at the end of the day, don't try to fit your work according to particular marketplace just to get an approval on that. Don't do it. I didn't get approval on Creative Market. I tried 2 times. I didn't get approval. I leave it. And now I don't want to sell on the platform at all. The same, I didn't get the approval on Hungry JPEG, and I am okay with that. I don't need approval on these platforms. Yes, I did get the approval on Creative Fabrica, and I do have multiple shops on Creative Fabrica. Yes, I did get approval on Displate. I do have 1 shop on Displate, but I'm not dependent on these marketplaces. Like, I'm like, you know what, if they decide in future that they no longer want me on the platform, they can remove my work anytime, and I would be totally out of the business, because if I'm dependent on these platforms, and that's why I'm not dependent on them at all. I'm creating my own work, I'm creating my own customer base, my own stuff. So that's what I want to tell you guys, especially when you get rejected from these platforms. Don't get discouraged. Take it as an opportunity for you to create and be authentic to yourself, and start building your own social media followings. Instagram, YouTube, whatever fits for you. So many platforms are there, and create your own website. And you don't need to pay to create your website. Like, I've already made a video talking about the 4th wall. I think it's been a few days or so. I think yesterday. You can check that video out. In that I talk about you can create your free website and you can sell your work. You can sell the print-on-demand products. You can sell the digital products. You can also sell the membership, whatever. And you can still make money. So that's what I want to tell you guys. Hopefully this video makes sense. Let me know if you have still questions, doubts, whatever you would like me to consider in the future videos, or whatever, guys. Let me know. I see you the next time. Bye-bye.